to be here tonight with the Dirt Report here at the Wolf Nation Studios in Northwest Georgia. We've got Cornbread Man, we've got Biscuit Boy, we have now Sir Chaser. We'll explain that later.
Sir Chaser.
I do have to stop here for a second. If Dean looks a little like he's not been able to hold it together, we were cutting up after the first interview and before the second one. We apologize, Brian. But Dean liked it. He wanted to inform us that he ate Crystals for breakfast today.
Yeah.
And Crystals is like White Castle, if you don't know what that is. And he ate that for breakfast. I don't know what kind of a stomach this guy's got.
Thanks, y'all. Thanks, y'all.
You're welcome.
Thank you for posting.
I can tell you what kind of stomach he's got.
Thank you for posting that on air, Dave. Thank you.
You're welcome. Because you can smell his stomach, I guess, from over there on the couch.
Thank y'all.
Brian, just be glad it's not smell-o-vision.
And our special guest is Brian Gladden, Gladden Motorsports. And we're glad to have you, Brian. I'm sorry for the delay. We've had storms, rain, everything has happened, and it happens occasionally, and just happened yesterday. It has been a week of chaos. I lost my wife a week ago Sunday, and that we've been dealt with all that, the funeral, everything, and then we've just said it just seems like stuff has just hit us left and right. But we're happy to be here. This is my therapy to be on the show and talking about getting in that dirt and motorsports and racing and everything. So, Brian, tell us where you're from and tell us about your team and how you got into this thing, all those little things, and we'll kind of jump off from there. But kind of tell us where you're from and how you got into this thing.
I'm from Salisbury, Maryland. Originally, I was from Delmar, but I moved to Salisbury. And my adventure as far as dirt track racing started when I was about 7 years old. My grandfather.
Oh, you're the youngin'.
Yeah, took me to the racetrack, and that was it. I knew that was something I wanted to do, and I just went from there. Yep, I went from there and started in go-kart racing and went all through those channels for years and built my first street stop from scratch when I was 16 years old. So, yeah, I mean, it's been a long journey. I'm 57, so I've been in it for quite a while.
That's great. How fast did those karts go when you were racing them? What kind of speeds did y'all hit with the go-karts?
On the dirt, I'm thinking somewhere around probably like 60, but sitting low to the ground, you felt like you were going 100.
160, yeah. Did you have just a regular Briggs and Stratton, or did you have like a YZ80, or what kind of CC motor did you have?
Well, actually, when I first started go-karts, I was racing for a friend of my grandfather's, and back then they didn't have a kids class, so I had to race with the adults, and they raced the two-strokes.
Okay.
I mean, I was thrown in there, full throttle. I'm racing with adults, with the, I think it was McCulloch engines they were running or something, two-stroke.
Yeah.
And that was a lot. Now, now they have a lot of different classes now that kids can get into. It's not like it used to be.
Yeah. And that's, as we age, those things, we say that, it's different now, but but you have great memories of it. Did you ever wreck anybody out? One of the adults, did they come over to you like, hey, what was that out there? Or something like that? Grandpa have to step in?
No, but I can tell you that a lot of the guys that I raced with in go-karts, I was still in go-karts where they were a lot older than me, and I could go to the big track after they were through racing go-karts, and they would be racing big cars. So that was a good feeling that, hey, look, I've been out here racing. I'm only 11, 12 years old, racing with guys, racing go-karts on a Friday night and then turning around and racing big cars on a Saturday night. So that was pretty cool. So,
what a transition.
Yeah, heck yeah. So what are you racing today? What is Gladden Motorsports? What are you racing today?
Well, basically, what we have now is we have a 602 crate dirt modified Northeastern style. Now, I think you guys are more used to the IMCA out there where you're at, or
Well, it's a little bit. It depends on the track.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different classes of things that are running here. Depends on where we go. See, we don't have any in our town anymore. We
Yeah,
have to
they
go out of
closed
town.
down.
All of them closed down in this general area, which is frustrating to us. And we want to bring excitement back in this area
Yeah.
and hope that we can get more here. But two of the biggest tracks we had closed down over the last few years. So you have to go about an hour away, I think, to get to the closest ones that we have.
Is that I-75 or something like that?
I-75, North Georgia, it's down around Chatsworth, and over in Alabama. There's a couple of others, but that's about, so there's a lot of different classes, and they're putting some people in the seats too. I mean, we're seeing good crowds at these tracks. What are you seeing when you race? How's the crowds doing?
Well, see, that's the thing. Spectators, we're not getting a lot of spectators. We have, actually, I have 3 tracks within a 30-mile radius of me.
Wow.
And they're all running different. They're running different nights, different weeks. So it's all working out to where, one track will run this week, and then the next track will run the following week. They won't race against one another. But unless it's a big show like a Lucas show or a dirt show, we're not getting any spectators. It's just it's nothing like it used to be. And I guess the trickle down effect where, hey, a family can't afford $25 a night, or $25 for
each.
Yeah, each. You take a family of 4, that's $100.
People are struggling. It is hard right now.
Unfortunately, there is no really dirt track marketing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's not anybody out there promoting, these races at the different racetracks, unless it's just something, local. But there needs to be more marketing. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get, the word out there. Hey, you want a good time? Go to a race this weekend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I can remember 20 years ago, you'd go to a racetrack and you'd be in the pits and you would look up to the spectator side and there was standing room only.
Yeah.
Now you're lucky if there's 24 people.
Throw some track names out there where you'd like to see more people.
Well, the one track, which was my hometown track, I call it my hometown track, Delaware Speedway.
Say that again.
Delaware International Speedway.
Okay.
It's been owned for 50 years or more by the Caffell family. Now, what they've done this year is they've dropped general admission down to $10 per person all year.
Awesome.
They did have the last race they had there. I would say they did have a lot more spectators than what they've been having.
Good.
So they're trying.
So with the price of admission dropping, does the prize purse drop as well, or are they keeping the prize purse about the same?
Somehow they're keeping the prize purse the same. I don't know how.
That's awesome.
What they are now.
Right.
I thought the same thing. But it may work out for them because, I mean, let's face it. If they get more people on the spectator side, that's really a bonus to them because, they're not really losing money because those people, they were having to pay us regardless.
Well, not only are they getting the price of admission, but hot dogs, hamburgers, beers, Coke, whatever. They'll make a killing on
That's
that.
what I was just thinking, man. You're selling some things, and that helps. What's the car counts are you seeing? How many cars are showing up to the track?
Well, they're doing them all too, unless it's a big show. Now, pretty much right now at either racetrack on a regular show, 20 cars, 22 cars. So everybody's qualifying. I mean, they're starting to shows up. Last year, I would say last year, the year before, at one track, which is Georgetown Speedway, they would have 40 cars in one division. So, I mean, with the division we run. So you can see a drop off, and that's because what all we're going through. It's hitting everybody.
Do you race just on Saturdays, or do you race all weekend, or how does that work out for you?
Well, like this weekend at Delaware International, it'll be a Saturday night race. And then next Friday, Georgetown Speedway has a race. And then Delmar will come back Wednesday. So we don't have a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday deal.
Okay.
Nice, but we don't.
Okay.
Give us a shout out to your sponsors.
Yeah, do you have any sponsors that you're using on the car? Anybody that's working with you?
Well, years ago, sponsors were pretty easy to come across. Now it's tough. I have my son. He has a construction company. He's on the car, BDR Construction. He puts his time in, and believe it or not, he's the upcoming wheel. He's done very well. So we're looking forward to hopefully turning some luck around. And that's a lot of it is luck. I mean, you got to get a good draw, and you got to get a good starting position. And I have my brother-in-law here in K&B Auto in Delmar, Delaware. And I would say he's a lot of help. So,
Awesome.
But that's about it. Sponsors are hard to find.
Yeah.
What kind of tires do you use?
Tires. We're on American Racers. Is what we're on. We have to run a 55 compound on the right rear, and then 45s everywhere as far as the left rear and the right front. And then we can run whatever on the left front. Doesn't matter. It can be a 33 or whatever.
So, Brian, if you don't mind, would you explain to our listeners what you mean by a 45 compound? Because I'm sure they probably don't know what that means.
Well, but basically your 45 it's a tire hardness.
Right.
They figure putting us on a little bit harder right rear tire is going to slow us down some, but that didn't work. That's it didn't work, and that's what it was going to, was basically trying to get us on a harder compound to slow us down. But with
less grip.
The way technology is today, it's with the shock packages and and hard bar, it's these cars are fast and they're hooked up.
They're still bringing the front wheel off the ground out of the turn.
Yep, more left turns up or left fronts up in the air.
There you go.
What kind of fuel are you using in this particular class?
Well, we can run VP fuel, 100 octane. You can run a lot of different fuels, different brands. I like airplane fuel. Basically, it's 100 octane, and it's half the price of VP.
Right.
And
Okay.
just as good. Yep.
Is that your biggest expense in the car, or would it be the tires, or what's your biggest pain point as far as the cost of doing this?
Tires.
Okay, tires.
Yeah, you're looking on a right rear tire now is $280.
Wow.
One tire. That's the right rear tire. And the one of the tracks we run at, that tire at the end of the night is no good.
Well, people don't realize how much pressure is on that tire.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got the weight, it's got the spin, it's everything's going on that back tire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
have you been able to win some races along the way in your career?
Yes. Yeah, I've been very fortunate. Like I said, when I got into the big car part of it, I was lucky enough at a young age to be around a lot of guys that were a lot older than me, that had been in racing, and that's where I learned basically everything. I was very fortunate and was able to win a lot of races, be involved with guys that have won a lot of races, championships. So yeah, I've been fortunate there.
Great. I love it. What about wrecks? Have you had a bad wreck before on the track at any of your races you've done, or have you seen some that in the racing that you've done?
Well, I've seen a lot of bad wrecks. I've seen some that guys didn't walk away from.
Oh.
And they're, right here at at a local track. So yeah, I've seen a lot of bad wrecks. As far as being involved in any bad wrecks, I did hit the wall pretty hard at Delaware International years ago. But unfortunately that wasn't in my car. I had problems with my car, and Craig Mullins let me drive his backup car, and I ended up into the wall pretty hard and bent the back on it. And so I kind of learned my lesson about borrowing somebody else's car.
Yeah,
I bet.
Yeah,
I bet.
But nothing. I mean, and that you're going to see a lot of bad wrecks, as far as racing. I mean, in the dirt, it's going to happen. You don't want to see it happen, but it's going to happen.
It's nature of the beast.
What kind of safety rules are you seeing at like your home track? What kind of safety? You don't have to go through every little thing, but what is the main safety features for the track is ensuring that every driver is doing before they get on that track or as they get on the track?
Safety. I mean, your seatbelts have to be up, up to date. Some tracks are requiring an inboard fire system on the car, which will self-activate if there's a fire. You have to have one in the engine compartment and one in the fuel compartment. So that's a big help there, because I have seen some wrecks with some bad fires and don't know how the guys got out. Really.
That would scare me right there. But I don't like fire, but you're strapped in and you got this fire, and you're trying to trying to get out of the car, and the fire is spreading as the gas is moving or whatever. That would be scary. I would think that would be. Are those systems expensive to have in the car?
Yeah, you're looking at about new for the bottle and the lines and everything. They're around $1,000 to $1,200 new. You can find them used for $750 probably to $800. But I mean, when you sit and think about it, really, I think that all cars should have it in there. Really, they really.
I agree. Yeah.
If you were the Hans device, the Hans device.
Right. Yes. Yep. And that should be mandatory too.
Yeah, those things have saved a lot of neck injuries, put it that way. But beyond that,
and unfortunately, that all came along when we lost, I feel, the best NASCAR driver there ever was.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's where the Hans device came from.
Yeah.
Because of his Dale's accident, and that's a shame. It really is.
Looking at that accident, when I watched it, I thought, well, I wasn't worried about him dying in it because it didn't look like he hit that hard,
Right.
But people don't realize how fast some cars are going. And
what about disqualifications? Have you failed a pre-race, or you get there at the end and they kick your car out? Have you ever had that happen? And what was you disqualified for?
No, I've never had that happen. And
Oh,
no, never have, and I don't want that to happen. That's a pretty
good deal.
Right.
We have talked to people that have had that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
For different reasons.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that goes on. We're going into the race here Saturday night at Delaware International, and I've heard rumors all week that one guy that runs our class, his motor's going to be broke down Saturday night after the races because somebody thinks that it's illegal. So,
yeah.
So they just got.
He must be. I'm sorry. He must be winning a lot.
He's won races, but he's won it by a long shot. So
he's blowing everybody away,
See, apparently they know how to set a car up, but they're not.
If they're not, yeah. if his motor's legal, then he's found something that other people ain't found yet.
Right.
That's cool though. It'd be a lot of intrigue at the racetrack,
Yeah.
Everybody's standing around, hey, let's see what he's got.
What he got
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either to steal the idea or find out if he is cheating. That's cool. What about some go ahead, I'm sorry.
I say the bad thing is for him, if that does happen and his motor is legit, I mean, he has to pay to have that motor reassembled. Nobody's going to help him, throw up any money to put it back together.
Just like the IRS.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean,
don't matter if you're guilty or innocent, you're going to pay for it one way or another.
you are. Yeah.
Well, it gets a little heated on the track sometimes. Have you had anybody get hot at you, out on the track and want to talk to you after the race, or they just know better than to come to your pit?
I have had a few of them confrontations. I mean, when I was younger,
It's inevitable.
I was hot-headed when I was younger, and I'd like somebody to intentionally, run into me or turn me around because I wasn't, racing, to do that to anybody else. So, yeah, I've had some confrontations out on the track, and we've had some confrontations in our pits. We had that last season. We had a guy come down to our pits last season and wanted to start a lot of stuff, but it ended up that, they kind of went back to their pits with their tail between their legs. So, it's
Brian, I could see you doing a Bo Duke slide across the hood.
That's I love that.
Hot.
I'm just glad, honest with you. I mean, I'm glad that my son was there because he's a lot younger than me. He's 22, so he's a lot quicker and a lot faster than I am.
Right.
Get on out there, son. Take care of this.
By the time it was all said and done, I knew a little bit about what was going on, but I didn't know it all. And but yeah, I'm glad he was there. That's for sure. So.
Absolutely, bodyguard.
What is your card number?
Well, you got a Chase Elliott fan. It would be his daddy's number, 90.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Number 9.
90. Well, 94. I don't know. 94. Right. His father's number.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
94. I knew it had 9 in it.
The old McDonald's car. McDonald's 94. Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, doesn't Bill still have the fastest lap in NASCAR history, and they don't think it'll ever be broken because of restricted plates.
Yeah, it was like 212, wasn't it?
212, 215, somewhere in there.
Yeah, they take.
Yep, I do believe you are correct on that, and yep, that's where I basically picked up that number. I was a Bill Elliott fan, and
So he's from down in his Chase neck of the woods.
Yeah, Dawsonville.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's down there where you guys are at somewhere.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That's
awesome,
right.
Bill.
What are you hauling that thing around with? What kind? You got a trailer? What are you pulling that car up there with?
Well, what we've done, we've had we had a toter hauler last year, and it was an open toter, like a ramp deal.
Right.
And we had a guy from North Carolina that he wanted to buy it, and he kept bugging us about buying it, so we sold that to him. For the last couple races, we did an open trailer, and right now that's what we're doing. We're looking to get another enclosed trailer.
Okay.
But we just, it's local, so we don't have that far to go. So,
as far as the pits go, I always liked having an open trailer because it gives you somewhere to sit and watch a race.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
When I was a kid, I used to love to sit in the grandstands and watch the cars come in on open trailers because I could see them.
Right.
There was a guy that he come in every week. He was from New Jersey, and this is the God's honest truth. He brought his car in the back of a garbage truck.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. He had it rigged up to where he could get his car in the back of a garbage truck, and that's what he hauled that thing from New Jersey to Delaware with every
That is
Saturday.
hilarious.
That sounds like something somebody in Alabama would do. I love that.
Yeah.
Jersey,
That's
who would have
redneck
thought
ingenuity at
it?
its best.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's cool. I've
Yeah.
never heard that
I ain't
before.
either.
There's rednecks all over the country.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
But-
country boys got to survive, man. I mean,
That's
you know.
right.
Hey, you got to.
Oodwah people.
Oh,
Yeah.
Paul would do that. There's no denying he would. If he's more capable of buying now, but back in the day, there's no doubt he would have done that.
Oh yeah.
I know it. What do you, are you on social media? Do you have a page for the racing team that we could follow or send people to?
No, I don't. I don't. I don't do much with social media. Probably because I don't understand it. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
Facebook.
I'm with you, brother.
Yeah, Facebook I'm okay with. I can get around on that a little bit, but these new phones and stuff, I can get lost pretty quick. Like when I was trying to sign in to get on your show, I was struggling, but I made it.
You made it. That's all that matters. Well, if you ever get any videos or anything that somebody films for you, send them to us and we'll air them during the show
Definitely.
and give you a spotlight. Do y'all have any merch items or anything you're doing, like shirts or hats or anything?
No, not
We're
doing
gonna have to
it.
help you get off the ground here.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to
yeah.
get you some merch items.
Yeah,
We'll be the first ones to buy.
Yes.
We're gonna have to get you into the modern age here, Brian.
Yes.
yeah, the modern age.
He's
No.
just a racer. He says, I ain't in all that mess. I just want to race.
Let me drive.
Well, believe it or not, you know, in the 90s, you know, I did do T-shirts in the 90s, and I did very well at it.
I bet.
Only it helped buy things for the car, but it's just today, you know, you got to be conservative with your money. You know,
Yeah.
look, when you go to the grocery store now, you get one bag, it's $100.
I know that's right.
Oh,
I mean, you stop to the gas pump now. I just paid $4.49 a gallon tonight on the way home from work
I don't know.
for regular gas. I don't know what you got. What's your gas prices down there?
Well,
I pay about $5 a gallon,
Yeah,
but I use 100% gas.
yeah, it's
Right.
I
about
don't use ethanol in my
what was the
truck.
last one? I know nationwide it's averaging 460 or something like
Something
that,
like that. I
but
think
it's
we've got
it's not that high here
429.
yet.
Yeah.
429.
Yeah.
I think in Collegedale it was like 390 or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I've seen under 4 consistently, but it has been rising.
Yeah.
You get the
It's
city,
going
it's
to
going
come
to be.
back down.
Yeah, it will. Well, it did a little bit today, but yeah, you're right. Everything you buy is so expensive, and you know,
Yeah,
how do you do that? If we can get a hat designed for you, we'll just send you one. You know,
There you go.
and at least have one on your head. Maybe we can do
Send
that.
us a picture of your car.
Yeah,
Okay.
do that,
Send us a picture
and
of your car.
kind of how you do the logo or whatever you have for the car. So
And by the way, this is a shameless plug here, but I do have a financial firm. That's what I do for a living.
Uh-huh.
This is, you know, my second living here. If you need any financial advice or, you know, just some education on possibilities, you know, things you can do with your money to get it growing, you know, for you, working for you, I'd be happy to show you, man. Doesn't cost a penny. I
yeah,
don't charge
and,
people.
and keep it from them stealing it. You know,
Yeah.
whoever them are, we don't have to say, but people
Yeah,
are
we're-
always after your money. You know,
We are big on education because, for lack of a better word, most people in this country are financially illiterate.
yeah, it's not taught like it should be. And
No.
those that have continue to have, and those that don't, they don't have it. And then you put up roadblocks for those that want to get it.
Yep.
You know, in some areas of the country, I've thought about this. You know, right now it's friendly fire, I would say, about EPA and stuff. But you know, there are those people out there that obviously they don't like what we do as far as driving fast, you know, racing and all that.
Yep.
And we always have to be careful, you know, watching what they're doing because, you know, I mean, when they're trying to tax cow, you know, gas.
Well, that's what Bill Gates is doing.
I mean, then you're trying to, you know, they're out here. Well, look at all this fuel they're burning up. You know, So we just have to be
Free
careful
country.
with that. Yeah, we just have to be careful with that.
Brian, is your car considered a Ford, Chevrolet? What's the chassis on it?
The motor is a Chevrolet. The actual frame is built by a Canadian company, Bicknell Racing Products, and they've been frames for a very long time.
Oh yeah,
They're pretty much.
Yeah, they're very established.
There's probably, I mean, it's probably 98% of the people run their chassis. Now, that may change because of the tariffs that's going on now or has been going on.
yeah.
They've had like a 30 to 40% increase in the chassis and parts and all that. So something's going to break there. Whether
if they're in Alberta, Canada, they might be part of the United States here before long.
It's true.
yeah,
there's a movement for that.
But right now, I mean, they're struggling. I don't know what's going to happen there. I mean, and that's what puts a toll on, on us. I mean, 30 to 35% increase on the chassis and parts is a lot. So,
it could be an incentive for them to open up a place here in the United States.
And the manufacturing part of it, yes.
Yeah.
They're going to have to do something. I mean,
Yes.
I don't believe this tariff stuff's going to go away.
No, see that I'm sorry, but that's what a lot of people don't understand. That's the way this country ran for over 100 years off tariffs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There was no income tax, but I don't want to get started on all that. But it's crazy.
Leave that on the track.
Yeah, the tariffs are going to work.
Brian, in talking about racing and if you were boss for the day, is there one thing that you would like to see changed about what you're seeing at your local track or tracks that you go to that would make it better for you as a driver or those fans? Is there anything that stands out that you think, boy, if I was boss, if I was that guy for the day, this is what I would change? Is there anything like that?
You mean that will make it better for the fans or
either drivers or fans or both?
If you were the boss,
if I was the boss, I tell you, as far as for the racers, economy classes that they've started with the crate engines and all that, they started in the right direction, but it's gotten out of hand.
right?
So the first thing I would do in those divisions would be I would have a shock package to where it would be like it was 20 years ago. You have to pick up a Speedway Motors book, or or go online. You don't pick up books now. You got to go online, but you go online and you have to run a standard shock off the shelf, because now they're letting these guys, well, everybody can run whatever shock packages that they want, and that's a big problem now because you're looking at some of these shock packages. They start at $2,000 for four shocks, go up to $5,500.
Yeah,
wow.
And not everybody can afford that.
No. So right there, that's a big problem. Is the shock package that needs to go back to a shelf deal where you go online and you have to buy a certain shock that's on the shelf that only costs $110 at the most, maybe $120. Everybody has to run the same shock.
I agree with that.
I agree.
Yeah.
That so much. I mean, as far as the engine packages right now, they're so far out of hand, I wouldn't even know where to start, because these crate engines used to be $3,800. Okay. Now they're $14,000 and $15,000.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
So
That's
I
crazy.
mean, yeah. So nothing's changed as far as the engine itself. It's everybody that's got their hands into them. Hey,
Yeah.
And I don't want to start talking about engine builders and stuff like that because then, I may, start something that.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
but I think that's the biggest problem is when they open the can of worms, when they let a lot of these engine builders start putting their hands on them and dynoing them and saying they've done this and done that. Well, you're not even supposed to touch the motors anyway. So as far as inside or whatever, well, that's when the prices started going up.
Well, yeah.
And then you got header packages. You should be able to, you should only be able to run a certain header package, which a set of headers for those cars, they shouldn't be no more than 350 with the tailpipes and everything. Now you got guys out here that are advertising they'll give you 10 more horsepower if you buy their headers, and their headers are $1,800.
But they are still naturally aspirated, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, they haven't gotten that crazy yet. When they get that crazy,
that could open up a whole other can of worms there.
Yeah. What about for kids? Are the tracks that you're at, are they doing some things to get young people involved? I know they've lowered the prices to get them in the stands, but is there any activities for the kids to do so when families come, they have some fun things they can do to kind of get interest for kids into racing?
The one track here, Delaware International, one that has lowered the prices down to $10. They just built a little playground for the kids. I mean, I thought that was pretty cool. They did that.
Sure.
But I think they need to get the kids more involved as far as in the racing aspect. Like pick a night and let a couple kids ride in the pace car.
That's right. I agree.
Let them ride in the pace car. Get them involved because, I mean, that's where we're going. I mean, without the younger generation involved, I mean, this is a dying sport.
It is. You're right.
Give them all a Red Bull and a puppy.
Right.
I mean, something they used to do a long time ago, which really it brought the kids into it and it brought the fans into it, was when it came time for features, they would pull all the cars up on the front stretch, shut them down, interview all the drivers, and then the most exciting thing was when they said, "Gentlemen, fire your engines." Well, that was just that was cool.
Yeah.
They don't do none of that.
Wow.
See, that's sad because that's tradition.
It is.
Yeah.
And don't need to start doing away with tradition. And I know that, unfortunately, I'm sorry, I'm going to shut up.
Brian, if you had a crystal ball right now and you're looking at 5 years from now, what do you see for the sport in 5 years? From where we're at right now in your area, what do you think, if you're taking a wild guess here, but from all of your experience, what you're seeing, is this a pretty picture in that globe, or is it ugly? It's ugly.
It's ugly because I mean, right now with what all everybody's dealing with in the United States, and it's just not, it's everywhere. I don't see anything getting any better. I really don't. Prices are extremely high on everything, and there's a lot of cars that are setting that are not being raced because of financial reasons, and I see car counts, they're not very good this year. I mean, and we're early in the season. We're only on like the third race.
Wow.
For local guys. Now, next week when they have the Lucas show here in town, you'll have all those guys. They have major sponsors, and that will bring spectators. But other than a big sanction race, it doesn't look good. It really doesn't.
And this is a great, and it's not just about dirt track, although it's certainly, because that's our topic tonight. And that's what people don't understand. When all these prices go up, people start making decisions how to make their household budget work. And one of the first things that gets cut out is entertainment. You got to have food, you got to have your lights and your water, paying your insurance, and all the things that they keep going up on. But you start cutting out. You don't go to the movies maybe or at all. You may not go take a vacation, and that's money. You stop going to racing or ball games or whatever, and that cascade effect down in the community is crushing. Then that's going to kill the track owner. They can't afford to keep the place open, vendors, and you're killing the local economy. It's a small business, and that's what it is. And this problem we have is killing small business. And I'm sure it's not just racetracks, but it's you guys. The racetracks are right in the crosshairs, and all the teams, because we got to live. We have to keep food on the table, and you have to make hard decisions.
Yep.
And people say, "Well, it's just a few more dollars," but it's everything we buy is that way.
Year
It
after
adds up.
year.
Yeah, and it just
Year
continues
after
to go
year.
up.
Yeah.
And people just they don't see a big slice of their paycheck anymore, and we're fighting to survive. And it's hard to sell a dirt track race when somebody's struggling to to keep the bills paid and keep gas in the vehicles and food on the table, sadly. But I think you're dead on there, and I agree with you. I just want to hear what you had to say about it. I appreciate your honesty. And other drivers have told us that. They say if we don't have a fresh influx of young drivers, tracks that are filled with fans in the stands, we're dying. We're dying. It's a dying sport, except for those, like you said, those really big, ones that are going out and bringing all the people in. But we need that local tracks being able to have that entertainment on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And again, it could be a Civil War reenactment. It could be whatever. These things will start. Yeah, and insurance rates are going to go up. The cost for the track don't go down. So the taxes, insurance, and all that stuff. So at some point you just break, and people say, you know what, I'm done. And they sell their car, they sell their trailer, and then you lose good people, really good people that love the sport, but they just can't do it anymore.
And then the tracks close along with it.
Yeah, like us, we lost I rode by Boyd's the other day. I told the family.
By Cleveland every day, just about going to the
gym. I said, how sad is that to see that sitting like that? I mean, it's just because it's a legendary track down here.
Yeah,
and it's just gone. And we do have some tracks that are doing well down here. They're further away from us, and I'm thankful for that. But it just depends on where you're at. But those will start to suffer if we don't get a handle in this country on the cost of living and everything. Those eventually, because all these people are hardworking people. They're not sitting with $1 million in the bank. There are people that's fighting every day to keep things moving at some point. Yep. Like you said, I think it's a great point about the shocks and about some of those things. Those are practical things they could do that would help so much. And the savings that you would have out of that would help pay for some of this other stuff. I think it's one of the best things that you've said, Nut. You've said a lot of great things. But that right there, that stung right there, hearing that.
And the thing is, it's common sense.
Right.
Yes.
It's just common sense.
I mean,
back you don't see every day is common sense anymore.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't need all these shock packages and spring smashers and all that stuff 15 years ago. I mean, so yeah, I mean, here's for instance, and I was about floored when I did it. I probably should have asked the guy, but I sent a set of shocks back to get just freshened up over the winter, 4 shocks, and I just want freshened up inside, with new seals and this stuff. And he called me. He says, "Hey, your shocks are done." I said, "Well, man, thank you. You got them done pretty quick." He said, "I'm gonna go ahead and send them back to you." He said, the bill's $845. Well,
wow.
Yeah, I about fell on the floor. I said, $845. Yeah. He said, "I didn't find anything wrong with them. Just had to replace a few shims and a few seals." He says it's $845. And by the way, I dynoed them too for you. Okay. Well, I didn't ask
me.
So anyway.
Did you pay him?
Yeah, I did. I paid him, and I got stocks, and but that just goes to show you that the shock ordeal has gotten way out of hand.
Obviously,
way out of hand.
Because you paid more to service those shocks than it was to buy them new. Just about. I mean, if you $200 a shock.
Well, that certain shock package that I sent back, you could buy new for $1,200. Okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, that's good Lord. That's over half. That's 2/3.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that would have been a no-brainer. What I would have done if he let me know ahead of time what it was going to cost, then I would say, "Hey, man, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put these up for sale. I'll advertise them as used. You know, there was nothing that I knew was wrong with them. And I'll sell, and then I'll just go ahead and buy a new set.
Yeah.
Before I spend $845.
Yeah.
To have them refurbished.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like I said. I think these tracks need a shock package. It needs off the shelf. You know, no tampering, no nothing. Everybody's got to run the same number. You know, for the class, that will save a lot of money. And then the racers can put that money in a new right rear tire or fuel or whatever they need. I mean,
new carburetor.
I mean, that's a whole nother aspect. These carburetors now. You go from now you got all these carburetor builders, and average 650 carburetor now is $2,000.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just there's.
I remember when you get one for $100.
Yeah, I remember that. I know, but yeah. see, there's another issue.
Wow.
It's
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
somebody's getting the money, but it ain't.
Exactly.
At some point, it breaks you.
Best place, go to the junkyard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just,
report it yourself. You know.
And they could I think, but as far as I think I would start if I was boss for the night. I would start at the shock package, and then I would work my way.
Work your way up.
Yep, that would be, that would help out a lot of racers, and because I see guys. I mean, I've never had big money sponsors, this, that, and the other. You pretty much, if you're 100% into racing, you're going to spend what you can to make it to the track and try to be competitive. So, but I see a lot of guys that struggle and really shouldn't even be there. But they just love it. So, I mean, but something's got to change.
If you're not in contention every week, you got to win something.
You got to win.
Yeah.
And, you go there and you got to finish, top 10 to get, let's see, I think 10 in this one division, which is division we run in. I think you get $115 for 10. Well, that don't.
Yeah, that's good.
That might pay for your gas.
Yeah.
And so you got to add this up. Your entry fee just to get in the pits per person is $45.
Wow.
So you're not going to get ahead, but you got to be up there pretty good to get some money.
Yeah.
So
yeah, well, God bless you for keeping on, man. I mean, keeping the dream alive and trying hard. We wish you the best in this, and we hope things get better.
We're going to try to help you out. Send us a picture.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And maybe does your son's construction company have a logo?
Yes.
Send us a picture of that as well, and whatever else, and we'll see what we can do.
Okay. Yeah. Where would I send that to? As far as to,
we'll get you all that.
Yeah. Just,
okay.
Yeah, you can send it by email or by phone or however, whatever's easiest for you. We'll work it out from there.
Okay.
We'll meet you halfway.
Yeah. You can drive that garbage truck up, Paul.
Hey, there you go. I'll drive the garbage truck.
And he just had to be from Jersey, right? I mean, I just think that's funny that it's from Jersey. That sounds like a Jersey kind of thing. Wow. That just cracks me up.
I'll tell you his name. You guys are bored one day. You can Google it. His name was Ronnie Paulson, and his car was PB. Now you can Google PB. Yep. And like I said, his name was Ronnie Paulson, and you can Google that, and it will come up. There is a picture of him back in the day hauling his car into a racetrack in the back of a garbage truck.
That's awesome.
And let me tell you, he win races too. So
I love it. I love it. I want to talk to this guy.
Wow.
I don't know around anymore. This was a long time ago.
Yeah. Well, we might. Maybe.
That might have just been a gimmick.
Yeah.
But then again, it could have been like we were talking about redneck ingenuity.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You know.
Don't do it. Yep, that's for sure.
No matter where you're from.
Yeah.
Brian, thanks for being on with us, and
Definitely.
you are welcome back anytime.
Yeah,
if you
come
want to
in,
jump
hang
in
out
and
with us.
share
Yeah,
some stories, you're always welcome. That's what we tell our guests. Just let us know if we're doing a show and you just want to jump in. We'll send you a link while
Right, man.
we're live.
Right.
Oh,
And
okay.
you're family now, so we
Yes.
just want to let you know that. And we hope it's been a good experience for you, even though we had to delay a little bit and you had a little bit of trouble getting in. I hope that now that you see that, hey, because you're a guy that can get it done. I see that. So
I think
just know that.
I think it's a good thing that you guys are doing. You know that you guys are doing, and hey, I'm glad just somebody found me to be on your show. I mean, that's hey.
That would be Sir Chaser there.
Sir Chaser.
That's him. He
Thank you,
finds
sir.
them. Sometimes they ask us, "How did you find me?" I said, "Well, it's Chaser."
We put the bloodhound on.
Yeah, right.
That's where I was, kind of thinking, and I got the call. I was like, now how did they find me? I'm sitting there thinking,
Well, Facebook, friends, Facebook.
Yeah,
yeah,
We just keep looking around and see who
That's right.
pops up.
That's right.
And we get lucky and get a few that'll say, "Well, we'll give them old rednecks down there in Georgia a chance,"
But I will tell you this, Brian. I do believe that every meeting is ordained,
Yeah.
Amen. Yes.
and this was definitely an ordained meeting,
Yeah.
and it's been a pleasure.
It has been a pleasure.
We appreciate you, brother, and safety and best wishes to you and your son and the team. And we just wish the best for you. And we'll take this interview and we'll air it out several times. And people get to hear a little bit more about Gladden Motorsports and what you're doing and what you've been doing. So your story's being told. Go ahead, Paul.
I've got one more question before we go,
okay,
All right.
and this is putting you on the spot.
okay.
But do you know Jesus Christ as your personal Savior?
Yes,
Amen.
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 That's one of the good things about this show is we get to witness to people and speak the word of God out in the open.
That's right.
Amen.
He is our Lord and Savior.
And this is one podcast that'll pray for you. So
Yeah,
we're
That's
praying
exactly
for you.
right.
God will bring you across our mind, and we'll be praying for
That's right.
you. And we don't even know what might need prayer for, but God does, and He'll
That's
cross your name across us, and we'll say, "Hey, let's pray for Brian." So, and his son. What's your son's name, by the way?
Jacob.
Jacob. Okay, great. Want to make sure. Sometimes I used to be guilty of that when I was young. I'd say, "I'm David. This is my wife." It's me like I have a name, and I'd say, "Oh, I know. I just didn't mean it that way."
Hey, well,
Well,
at least you never introduced her by the wrong name.
Uh-oh. Would be in
I
trouble.
did.
But I
Uh-oh.
told my son that I was contacted about doing this. I said, hey, I think it'd be pretty cool. Why don't you come down? You can you sit here and be sit beside me and be on it too. No, that's what he said. He's shy. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Right.
Believe it or not, I am too, and I think
What?
Chaser is a little bit.
Yeah,
We got used to it.
Yeah.
We just say, "Heck, let's go for it,"
Right.
So
I don't think
it's
there's
just a
shy bone.
conversation. And we got people that watch us across the world. We never know who's going to pick up the show, who's going to watch it when replay it, because replay it as a live. They think it's going live right then.
Right.
And there are people all over the world that have contacted us. It amazes me, but your
Yeah.
story will touch around the world,
You never know who
literally.
it's going to hit.
So we thank you for being here, and it'll help somebody. Somebody's going to think of remember your name and say, "Hey, I like that." You may inspire a young man to race or something like that. So, or somebody who's used to be in it to get back in it,
Right.
and maybe just maybe we'll inspire somebody to get that shock package worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we'll all be happy.
Right.
Definitely. That's what we need. That's for sure. I mean, it's just if things keep rising, the dirt track racing is it's like we talked about. It's going to be ugly if things.
Hey,
keep
we're on a mission.
one last question on that. Who makes that decision? Is that an association, dirt track association, the track itself? Who's making those rules like that? Who is that?
Yeah, who's the governing body?
The actual it started as the actual tracks, and like I say, they have it's an open shock package. So when you do an open shock package to a class that's supposed to be, an economical crate engine class, then you're defeating the purpose. I mean, it's
giving them the advantage.
Yeah, I mean, you got guys that, hey, they can't swing, that amount of shocks, and I'm one of them. I mean, there's no way. I mean,
I think back to that movie. What was it? Six Pack, wasn't it? When Kenny Rogers the kids kids were going out there and they were getting the heads off this guy's engine. That movie was great. I'm not saying it's realistic, but I love the movie because he was working on a budget, and the kids are like, he's our gravy train. We're going to take care of him.
Yeah. So they went out and borrowed a guy's heads. Yeah.
Hey, we appreciate you, Horsepower Coffee, from being on here.
Yes.
Bless you, brother, and I appreciate what you're doing in your business.
Definitely.
Coffees and energy drinks, all that. Matter of fact, I keep it here on my desk, so I won't forget it. The strawberry, the kicking strawberry.
Tell you what, Brian, that stuff right there.
Awesome.
Awesome.
It is awesome.
It is. I try to share it as often as I can. And I saved this one. I got to order some more.
Yeah.
I've got some teas as well that are awesome.
Go to horsepowercoffee.com, I believe is what it is. And they've got all kinds of stuff.
He's a good guy.
Strawberry is the best.
They're connected to racing, and that's their target. And they're doing this, what is it, Brent? It's the wrestling fundraiser. You're a part of the Heart Foundation, wasn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong. We talked about that the other night, but I know y'all got a thing going for that. But anyway, great people. Appreciate you stopping by. Brian, thank you so much. We appreciate you. And you have
please come back.
Yeah, please come back and have a wonderful evening. Yes, sir.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
You are welcome. We salute you.
Yes.
And thank you, folks. And we'll say goodnight. We'll bring everybody down and we'll put the music up and end the show. And I hope everybody has a good evening. It's been stormy and I'm sure there's a lot of flooded roads around here. It's been bad.
Yeah.
I mean, we went from a drought to monsoon season. I'm serious. It has been ugly, the amount of rain that has fell. We wanted some rain, but I don't know about that.
I wish I still kayak.
Hey, Dave.
Yes.
Horsepower Coffee sent you a link.
Oh, I see it. Thank you for letting me know that. Check out our Facebook for our link, and we work with the Owen Hart.
Yes.
The Owen Hart, Owen Hart Foundation.
Yes.
Thank you. I wanted clarification. I don't want to say the wrong thing. And they do, you go to Facebook, and they'll take care of it from there. Good people, great people.
Yep.
We appreciate you. And this is what this show is. It's about bringing on great people. All right, folks. Good night. I'm going to get the music running. We'll get everybody down here, let Brian get these even. Hey, do you even have, I got to ask this, though. Do you have a White Castle up there where you're at? White Castle? Like the crystals? Or do they even have that where you're at?
No, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, so they don't even have White Castle.
No idea what that is.
It's a little square burger. I mean, it's
bitty
tiny burger. You'll have to look it up, White Castle, but we got the crystal down here.
Yeah.
That's
And
the
then
southern version.
they're
so
loaded-
I'll tell you something.
Yeah, they're loaded with pickles and onions.
Oh, yeah.
And Sir Chaser, he eats them for breakfast.
Yes.
I've never heard of anybody doing that for breakfast.
I know.
They're nicknamed Gut Bomb. Gut
Yeah.
Bomb. That's their nickname.
I'll have to look.
I will tell you what, they are delicious.
Yes, they are.
But not for breakfast.
But I hate the after effects.
Oh, my goodness. Good night, everybody. We're out of here.
Peace.